This one can recognize faces, detect movement, and respond if needed by marking intruders with paintballs. It works through two zones. The first detects someone approaching, and the second can activate the marking system. There are 3 models to choose from: Eve, Eve Plus, and Eve Pro. Each one includes different features like pet detection, full circle camera coverage, and the ability to control everything remotely. Every unit comes with 50 biodegradable paintballs, CO2 cartridges, and a stand. For mounting, the face recognition software can tell people, animals, and other objects apart, even in low light. You can upload or remove faces from its memory, which means only the people you approve will be recognized as safe. If the system sees someone it doesn't recognize, and if the paintball feature is turned on, it can mark that person for follow-up. You're always in control, and you can turn the response feature off whenever you want. Once it's set up, the paint cam works on its own. The software also gets regular updates, so the system continues to improve. Getting started is easy. Just power it up, connect it, music, and it starts monitoring your space right away. It's designed for people who want more than just something that can react in real time. This remote-controlled security system uses a paintball-style launcher that fires solid plastic balls or pepper-filled ones. The balls are 0.68 calibers, similar in size to standard paintballs. It can hold up to 200 rounds at a time and can hit a target up to 75 FT away when conditions are good. One of the main models, called the Boomslang 2, can rotate in a full circle and tilt up and down, which helps it cover a wide area. In indoor spaces, one unit can monitor around 21,500 SQ FT. The system doesn't act on its own. A person has to control it either from a mobile phone or a control center. There's a key that must be turned to unlock the system, and then it takes about 4 seconds before it's ready to fire. It can be connected to alarms or cameras, so it fits in with other security setups already in place. It runs on a battery that can keep it going for up to 3 days. In some tests, solar panels can also be added if needed. The device weighs about 40 lb and is usually placed on a tall steel pole, around 20 to 26 FT high, which is secured in concrete. Wires for power, video, and control signals run through the pole. This tool is made to defend properties like homes, farms, or warehouses without putting someone in harm's way. The balls hurt on impact, but aren't meant to cause lasting injury. Furthermore, the unit is housed in steel, making it harder to damage. The makers of Muzo are also on your side. It uses special technology to stop surfaces like windows from vibrating, which helps block out noise from the outside. When it's on, the area around it feels quieter and more controlled. The device also plays realistic background sounds using something called billion sound technology. These sounds help mask noise or create a calming atmosphere, depending on what you need. There are 3 different modes. Serenity mode cancels out surface vibrations to make a space feel more peaceful. Sleep mode plays calming sounds to help you fall asleep more easily and wake up feeling refreshed. Secret mode adds a layer of sound that makes it harder for people nearby to hear your conversations. You can change the volume, pick different soundtracks, music, and switch between modes. When you stick the device to a window, it turns the glass into a speaker, spreading sound evenly through the surface. It doesn't just play one kind of sound, it mixes several together, adjusting based on what's going on around you. The device sticks using a soft material called TPE. It's safe to use, easy to remove, and you can stick it back on many times without losing grip. Music. Inside the TPE, there's a special layer that helps it stay attached without sliding off or leaving anything behind. Prices start at $89. Is there a suspicious drone flying above your property? Then this is perfect product for you. Music. It is designed to stop drones by breaking the signals they rely on to fly. It doesn't damage the drone physically. It blocks its communication and navigation signals, so it can't respond to its controller. Music. The system works on a wide range of frequencies, from around 400 megahertz to 6 gigahertz, which covers most common music, drone. When these signals are jammed, the drone may freeze, return to its takeoff point, or land on the spot. It uses a focused antenna to aim the jamming signal directly at the drone, usually within a 30 degrees angle. Depending on the power output and the surroundings, it can block drones from several hundred feet up to around a mile away. Clear open spaces help improve its range, music, while buildings and trees can reduce its reach. The system runs on rechargeable battery packs, commonly lithium-based, and can operate continuously for about 30 to 90 minutes. The exact time depends on how much power it's using. Music. Do neighbors constantly cut through your lawn or treat it like a dog park? It's time to bring in a guard, and a sprinkler might be the perfect recruit. It uses a motion and heat sensor to spot when a person or an animal comes close. When that happens, it sprays water for about 5 music seconds. The spray can reach up to 35 FD, and you can adjust how far it goes using a small dial on the sprinkler head. Each time it sprays, it uses about 2 to 3 cups of water. The sensor can detect movement from as far as 100 FT away, depending on the weather and surroundings. The unit weighs a little less than 6 lb and runs on 2 AA batteries. You connect it to a regular garden hose, and it comes with a metal stake that holds it in place in the ground. Putting it together is easy. Once it's set up, you just aim the sprinkler in the direction where animals are likely to come from and turn on the water. It's meant to help keep animals like deer, raccoons, rabbits, music, squirrels, and neighborhood pets away from gardens. The idea is that if an animal keeps getting sprayed when it enters a certain spot, it will eventually stay away. How well it works can depend on things like battery strength, how strong your water pressure is, and what's around the sensor, like plants or fences. It's also important to take it down or drain it before winter if you live in a cold climate, so the water inside doesn't freeze and cause damage. This remote-controlled vehicle can shoot foam darts while sending live video back to you. The updated Recon version uses a larger 35-dart drone. It fires elite music darts and let you shoot one at a time or empty the clip quickly by holding the trigger. You control movement with 2 joysticks. Music, giving you full control over direction and letting the vehicle turn in place without needing much space. You can also record footage if you insert an SD card. Even though the box says it supports HD video, most users say the quality looks closer to standard definition. Clear enough to see where you're going and aim, but not ideal for sharp video. To get started, you snap the main body and blaster module together. The treaded wheels help it move across carpets, grass, or textured flooring. Music, because it can spin in place, it's easy to steer even when space is limited. While the Recon version looks different with a black color scheme and carries more darts, it works the same as the original in terms of speed, control, music, and firing. You can't program it to move on its own. It relies entirely on your input, and it shouldn't be used around water since the electronics inside can get damaged. It's larger and heavier than typical dart blasters, but that's because it combines several features into one unit: remote movement, video feedback, and dart launching. This robot costs $1,757. Music. If an intruder can't tell your lawn from a public park, it's time to teach them a lesson by laying some mines. Not the dangerous kind, just these humane little traps that hit trespassers with a surprise splash. This device sits on the ground and stays hidden until someone steps on it or trips a wire. When that happens, it sprays out a burst of colored powder or liquid using pressurized gas, usually from a small 12G CO2 cartridge. The spray covers a space of about 8 FT around the device and lasts for 2 to 3 seconds. After each use, you just switch out the gas cartridge and refill the powder or liquid. That's done through a top cover that opens easily, so it doesn't take long to reset it. You can find music, extra supplies like refill powders in different colors, CO2 adapters, and parts for adjusting how strong or loud the blast is. Instead of using fire or explosions, this works mechanically. Once it's set up and armed, the device waits. When triggered, it blasts the contents outward with gas pressure, creating a loud pop and a visible cloud. Music, ghosts floating through walls, snow, falling gently on windows. This is all possible through a digital projection system that combines video effects with the right equipment. It starts with high-quality video files in 1080p resolution. These are usually in MP4 format and different versions to fit whatever surface you're using, whether it's a wall, a TV, a window, or even a semi-clear screen for a more see-through look. Most of the videos include several short scenes. Some play on a loop, while others are meant to give a quick scare. To make everything run, there's a range of gear that goes with the videos. One projector, for example, has a resolution of 854 by 480 with a brightness of 360 LED lumens, a contrast ratio of 120,000 to 1, and a lamp that can last up to 60,000 hours. There are also different materials you can use to project onto. One is a polyester screen made for windows, available in 2 sizes, 4 by 6 feet and about 5.5 by 9 feet. Another option is an inflatable figure made of vinyl, which stands about 68 inches tall and 28 inches wide. It stays in place with a base you can fill with water. One of the more advanced tools is called the Illumibot. It connects to your projector and uses your phone's camera and app to scan the surface. Then it automatically adjusts the animation so it fits just right, even if the wall or object isn't flat. Music. This tool works with your video library and offers more features through a subscription music or pay-as-you-go setup. The projector costs $350, and the video files go for about $22. Each. Music. This device is about the size of a small book, just over 5 inches wide and weighing around a pound. It uses a high-pitched sound that humans can't hear, but dogs can. The idea is to interrupt barking without hurting the dog. You can set it to turn on automatically when it hears barking up to 75 feet away, or you can use the remote control to trigger it from as far as 300 feet, as long as nothing blocks the path. There are 2 sound settings. One is completely silent to people, and the other adds a quiet tone you can hear, which helps you know if it's working and whether you've placed it correctly. There's also a dial that lets you control how sensitive it is to sound, so it doesn't go off every time a loud noise happens nearby. If you want full control, you can turn the sensitivity all the way down and only use the remote. To work well, the device needs to be aimed directly at where the barking is coming from. Mounting it higher up, like on a fence or wall, helps. When a dog barks, it hears the sound from the device, which most dogs find annoying. Over time, music, the dog connects its barking to that sound and starts barking less. It doesn't shock, vibrate, or touch the dog in any way. It just makes a sound. The silencer max sells for $130. Music, keeping a rental property quiet and respectful can be tough, especially when guests are coming and going. This system helps by measuring noise levels without ever recording conversations. The indoor sensor is small, about the size of a drink coaster, and plugs into the wall using a USB-C adapter. It connects to Wi-Fi and tracks sound levels every second, sending updates every 5 minutes. The outdoor version is designed to handle weather and can be set up on a wall or a pole. Instead of listening in, the system watches for patterns and loud noise. It figures out when the sound lasts too long or gets too loud too often, then gives it a noise risk score. If the score gets too high, the system sends an alert by app, text, or email. That way, the owner or manager can check in with guests before anything gets out of hand. Each sensor's noise limit can be set differently, depending on where it is or what the space is used for. All the noise data is saved music and can be viewed later. This comes in handy when there are complaints or if someone needs proof that guests were behaving. The system's app and dashboard make it easy to see what's happening in real time, manage settings, and keep track of several properties at once. The idea came after a short-term rental party caused serious damage in 2015. Since then, the system has been used in homes, small hotels, and even neighborhoods with noise rules. Music. This device is used to test and examine Wi-Fi networks. What makes it stand out is how it can do multiple things at once. Each radio can be assigned a different role, like scanning networks, pretending to be a Wi-Fi hotspot, or watching for devices. Its PineAP software lets it quietly listen for Wi-Fi activity or send out signals to draw on devices. It can collect data from these interactions and show how devices connect to networks. You don't need to install extra software to use it. Everything is controlled through a web page you open in a browser. After connecting it and going through a quick setup, you can start using features like scanning for nearby networks, launching tests, or creating reports. You can even build campaigns that run several tools in a row, like scanning, music, collecting info, and saving results automatically. There's also a way to control it remotely using Cloud C2 or by enabling remote access. Music. This makes it easier to manage if you're not physically near it. While it only supports 2.4 gigahertz by default and isn't designed for heavy data loads, it works well for its intended purpose and keeps everything in one place without needing extra equipment. The price is $300. Music, using active noise cancellation technology. Harmony Glass by Denoize modifies how sound enters through window panes by directly countering low-frequency external noise between 100 and 1000 Hz. Instead of blocking sound passively like traditional glazing, the system senses incoming noise, such as traffic, aircraft, or railways, and introduces anti-phase vibrations into the glass, which interferes with those sound waves and reduces their presence indoors. Unlike traditional approaches that aim to seal off sound entirely, this method allows certain ambient sounds to remain. Through a mobile app connected to each window, users can manage how much of the outside world they hear, adjusting the balance between suppression and transparency. The app also allows artificial soundscapes to be introduced, like simulated rainfall or wind, adding a layer of personalization to the acoustic environment. Harmony Glass can be installed onto existing window setups, avoiding full replacements. Although the focus remains on single-pane applications for now, ongoing research is exploring how the system performs in more complex window types, music, including double-glazed assemblies. Early prototypes demonstrated that pre-recorded sounds could be actively canceled. However, challenges still exist in achieving real-time cancellation under varying environmental conditions. The technology is being tested in collaboration with public institutions, including Schiphol Airport, which supports the development for its potential in reducing aviation-related noise. This isn't a camera or a microphone. It doesn't record what people are doing or saying. It just gives you a way to spot when more people than expected are at your place. It works best in standalone homes, where nearby signals won't interfere, and gives hosts a chance to respond early before a gathering turns into a problem. The party squasher sensor is small, just over 2 inches wide and under an inch tall, that connects through an Ethernet cable and uses very little power. It works with most iPhones and Android devices. What it does is simple. It listens for signals that phones and tablets send out when they're nearby. It doesn't need those devices to be connected to Wi-Fi, and it doesn't collect any personal details. Just counts how many are in or near the property. Once it's set up, the sensor runs all the time. Every 15 minutes, it sends information to a secure online system that looks at the numbers and checks for unusual spikes in activity. You can adjust the settings based on how big your property is, which helps cut down on alerts caused by people walking by or living next door. If the number of nearby goes over your limit, you'll get a text letting you know. If the sensor gets unplugged or loses connection for a while, it sends a warning too. The squasher costs $249. Music. This mailbox is made for handling both irregular mail and packages. It stands 4 ft tall and is about 19 in wide and deep. It weighs around 115 lb, so it's a heavy, solid piece of equipment. The body is made from thick steel, and the outer layer has a powder finish that helps protect it from weather damage. It uses a special drop door system that lets mail and packages go in, but makes it hard for anyone to pull them back out the same way. It also has a locking system that uses dual hooks to help resist forced entry. You can put mail in through the front, and depending on the version, you collect it from either the front or back using a key. Most units also come with a separate slot for outgoing mail, so at music, can be picked up by postal workers without opening the main compartment. They also make wall-mounted boxes, larger units for bigger package deliveries, and smaller models that fit better in tight spaces or work well for people who are away from home for short periods. Because of the weight and size, installing it may take some planning, especially if it needs to be anchored with concrete or mounted on a strong post. Music, sometimes the best defense against overly intruders is a carefully planned illusion, and that's where fake TV comes in. At night, from the outside, it can look like someone's home watching TV. The lights flicker, change color, and shift in brightness, just like a real screen would, but there's no TV on. What's actually creating the effect is a small LED device that mimics the glow of a television. It's meant to make an empty house look lived in, which can help keep unwanted visitors away. The way it works is pretty clever. Music. It uses bright LEDs that are programmed to copy the way TV light behaves, changing scenes, movement, music, and color patterns. It uses 7 LEDs and gives off the same kind of light as a 27 in TV. That model uses about 6 W of power and weighs around 5 Oz. It's small, too, about 3.2 by 2.5 by 2.7 in. Most models come with a built-in sensor that automatically turns the light on when it gets dark. In its usual setting, it runs for 5 hours and then turns off by itself. This happens every night without needing to reset anything. There's also a setting to keep it on all the time, which works well if you want to use it with a separate timer. To get the best effect, it should be placed behind curtains or blinds that let some light through, but keep the device hidden. You get home after a long day, ready to relax, only to find your parking spot is taken. A neighbor's SUV parked there like it owns the place. Fine. Challenge accepted. Next time, they'll be met by a parking bollard that only you can unlock. Some bollards are even crash rated, which means they're tested to see how well they stop a vehicle at a certain speed and weight. For example, one type can stop a 15000 LB truck going 30 mph without letting it pass more than a foot past the post. To be effective, they need to be spaced right, usually 3 to 5 ft apart, so cars can't squeeze between them, but people can still walk through. It's often seen in places like private lots, sidewalks, driveways, or areas meant for pedestrians. Most stand about 3 to 4 ft tall and can be anywhere from 4 to 8 in wide. Some are set permanently into the ground with concrete, while others are made to be moved, folded down, or lowered into the ground when access is needed. There are different types depending on how they work. Fixed bollards don't move and are used when constant protection is needed, like near storefronts. Removable ones fit into a ground sleeve and can be pulled out when needed. Fold-down bollards have a hinge, so they can lay flat when unlocked. Retractable models go up and down into the ground and often connect to systems like card readers or keypads. Flexible bollards are made from materials that bend and bounce back, mainly to guide vehicles without stopping them. It costs $268. Music. This small remote is about the size of a candy bar, and it sends infrared signals up to about 49 ft, as long as it's pointed directly at the device. It works with many common TV brands. To get it working with a TV, there are 2 ways to program it. You either hold down the power button until the TV turns off or the mute button until it mutes the sound. Once the remote finds a code the TV responds to, it saves that code into one of 3 memory spots. That way, you can switch between TVs without needing to reprogram it each time. After setup, you can use the remote for usual things like changing channels, adjusting the volume, or using the number pad. What makes this remote unusual are 2 extra features. Jammer mode blocks other remotes from working with the TV for up to 15 minutes. It does this by sending signals that confuse or override other remote controls. Then, there's bump mode. Once a TV is programmed, pressing the bump button makes the remote send a mix of random commands, changing channels, flipping volume, even turning the TV on or off. It keeps doing this for about 8 to 15 minutes, or until you press a number button to stop it. Music. Every 10 minutes, there's a single high-pitched beep, quick and sharp, like the sound your smoke alarm makes when its battery is low. But in this case, nothing's broken. That sound is coming from a small gadget called the Bleepin battery, made to create just enough confusion to make people start searching for a problem that isn't really there. The device is small, about the size of a matchbox, and doesn't weigh much, just under an ounce. It has a plain white plastic shell with almost no markings, so it's easy to hide. Music. On the front, there's a label that says Fun Delivery, which also works as a button to check if it's on. A small black switch on the side lets you turn it on or off. It runs on 3 tiny button cell batteries, which come included. These power the device for around 3 to 4 days before needing to be replaced. The back cover pops off, so you can change the batteries, but it doesn't snap back on very securely. Still, it stays together fine when it's in place. The timer keeps the beep happening every 10 minutes, and the rest of the time, It hardly uses any power. That's why it can keep going for days on small batteries. It costs just $12. Music. It's a small device about the size of a matchbox and weighs less than a deck of cards. It runs on a coin-sized battery and can keep going for more than a month before the battery needs changing. There are 6 different sounds you can choose from: a beep, 2 high-pitched tones, a cricket chirp, a doorbell sound, and a random mode that mixes them up. You pick the sound with a single button. There's also a magnet inside, so you can stick it to metal surfaces like the bottom of a desk or inside a cabinet. To start it, just pull the battery tab and press it lightly, so the battery clicks into place. The way it works is pretty clever. It doesn't make noise all the time, just now and then, and you never know when. That randomness makes it really hard to figure out where the sound is coming from. It's quiet enough that it doesn't draw attention right away, but just loud enough to make someone notice. Something's off. In a room, the sound can bounce off walls or get muffled by furniture, which makes it even trickier to locate. Music. This fence screen is made from thick polypropylene, which helps block views and reduce noise. It gives you more privacy and a quieter space, whether you're in your backyard, at a sports field, or working on a construction site. The material is tough enough to discourage climbing, adding a bit of extra security without making things look too harsh or closed off. You can get the screen in custom sizes, including options around 11.5 FT, so it fits different types of fences or spaces. It also comes in different opacity levels, from 80% to 100%, so you can choose how much visibility you want to block. Another feature is the ability to print directly on the fabric. That means you can add your own design, logo, or message. Businesses, teams, music, and even homeowners sometimes use this to make the space feel more personal or professional. The screen holds up well outdoors. It can handle temperatures from degrees F to 120 degrees F, and is expected to last about 5 years with normal use. The fabric keeps its color and strength even after being exposed to sun, wind, and changing weather. Once it's installed, it doesn't need much adjustment. The idea behind this product is to make climbing uncomfortable without causing serious harm. It's meant to keep out unwanted animals like cats, foxes, and large birds, as well as people trying to climb over. Music. The spikes are small and closely spaced, which makes it hard to get a grip or step. They're often used in gardens, around buildings, or on rooftops where you want extra protection without using something more aggressive like barbed wire. The strips can bend to fit corners or curves, and if needed, you can soak them in hot water for a few seconds to help shape them without cracking. It uses rows of sharp plastic cones to stop people or animals from climbing over fences, walls, gates, or roofs. The strips are made of UV-stabilized plastic and measure about 17.7 in long and 1.8 in wide, with each cone sticking up about 0.7 in. You can cut each strip into 3 thinner ones if needed, which gives you more length to cover. Each strip has holes, so you can easily screw them into place, and they come in a few colors. To install the strips, the manufacturer suggests using 3.5 by 16 screws. On wooden fences, you can screw them in directly, but on brick or stone walls, it's better to mount them onto wooden laths first. Adhesive isn't usually recommended, but it can work for light tasks like stopping birds from landing. But in some places like the UK, the spikes need to be placed at least 6 FT off the ground and must have a visible warning sign, which comes in the box. Music. From the outside, the device looks small and easy to handle. It's about 10 by 5 by 6 in size and weighs only around 4 lb. Inside, it runs on a powerful 9,000 amp-hour battery, which is supported by a solar panel. This means it can keep working even if the power goes out or the weather is cloudy for days. Music. It's designed for pools up to 20 by 40 FT. An HD camera with a wide 140 degrees view streams live videos straight to your phone through Music, an app. It connects via Wi-Fi, but there's also a 4G option if needed. It works with Alexa and Google Assistant, and you can store up to 128 GB of footage locally. Up to 8 people can connect their devices, and 3 can watch live at the same time. Music. The safety system has multiple layers. If something happens, a loud music, 110 dB siren goes off at the pool. while an 85 dB alarm alerts you inside the house. At the same time, you get instant notifications on your phone and visual alerts through LEDs or the app. Its smart AI can tell the difference between harmless ripples caused by wind and real risks like a child, pet, or adult getting too close to the pool. It can even detect movement before anyone enters the water. Under the surface, a motion sensor picks up disturbances that the camera can't. See, music. Seceuro Glide is built with precision and security at its core. The main curtain is made of double-walled aluminum, each section about 78 high and 17 thick. These are filled with CFC-free foam, which helps keep in heat and reduce outside noise. At the bottom, there's a strong aluminum slat, music, 77 tall, fitted with a 25 rubber seal to block drafts and rain. The system can cover widths of up to 5.2 m and heights of up to 3.5 m. For extra strength, the bottom slat works together with a locking comb and automatic central lock to prevent it from being lifted or forced open. The structure is further reinforced with galvanized steel end plates, a 10 cm fluted steel axle, and tough aluminum hinges. The system runs on Seceuro drive with an option to use Somfy tubular motors. You can control it using a Seceuro Sense Plus or Somfy remote receiver, both of which come with a courtesy light and safety edge. It also includes 2 remote key fobs that use rolling code technology for secure access. Safety is a key part of the design. There's an anti-fallback device to stop sudden drops, music, a pressure-sensitive bottom edge that detects obstacles, and a triple-chamber rubber strip for extra sealing. It also has a vacation mode, which blocks internal controls while you're away, and a manual crank so it can still be operated during a power cut. This isn't just any box. It's a secure drop box made to keep your packages safe until you pick them up. The Aristos Home Anti-Theft Drop Box can hold parcels up to about 15 by 11 by 7 in and handle around 10 kg in weight. That's enough space for 2 shoebox-sized deliveries at once. It isn't meant to be carried around. It's fixed firmly to a wall or the ground, weighing about 22.5 lb. The main goal is simple: prevent package theft. Because it's built with strong materials and permanently attached, it's very hard for anyone to steal. It's also designed to handle weather, keeping your parcels safe from rain or snow. What makes it stand out is how you open it. Instead of just a regular key, you can choose from 4 different ways. A standard password, a one-time password for temporary use, unlocking it remotely through the smartphone app, or using a physical key. This flexibility makes it easier for delivery drivers, neighbors, or family members to place items inside. Some versions even include a built-in sprayer that disinfects packages as they arrive, using hypochlorous acid water or another cleaning solution. While not absolutely necessary, it's a thoughtful touch for anyone who wants extra peace of mind about cleanliness. Music, sunflowers toward the sun as they grow. This process, called heliotropism, helps them soak up as much light as possible and produce more energy. Inspired by this, the bee drone was created to be quick, smart, music, and independent, like having an extra set of eyes watching over large outdoor areas from the sky. It doesn't need a pilot to steer it and can record clear, high-quality video even when the weather isn't perfect. The bee moves fast. It can scan a 4-acre property in just about 30 seconds or cover 10 acres in a minute and a half before heading back to its base. Once it returns, it recharges quickly, connects securely, and sends live video straight into existing security systems. At the center of this setup is the Beehive base station. This station uses advanced AI to handle sensing and flight control. It can connect through Ethernet, LTE, 5G, or even Starlink satellite. The bee can launch automatically when alarms or sensors detect something unusual, working side by side with cameras and other security tools. Even though flights are automated, rules still require a human pilot in command for certain situations, such as flying over people, vehicles, or restricted airspace. The system is already in use at nearly 50 locations across 8 countries. Companies like ADT, Securitas, and the Swiss Federal Railways are using it. With integrations like Alarm.com, the bee can launch instantly when a threat is detected, providing live aerial video directly to security dashboards. Music, This lock is built with a wedge system that makes it extremely strong. It can handle up to 2,000 lb of force, much more than a regular deadbolt. The main unit is about the size of a shoebox and usually takes around 30 minutes to install. You can mount it on either the door or the frame. For power, it can run on low-voltage wiring, power over Ethernet, PoE. Batteries, it even comes with a backup battery just in case. The lock has several useful features. There's a motion sensor that makes it easy to exit quickly, automatic relocking so you don't forget to secure the door, and a door position indicator to show whether it's open or closed. You can also choose how it behaves in a power outage. Either it stays unlocked, fail-safe, or remains locked, fail-secure. It's designed to work with a wide range of security systems. The lock connects with ONVIF-compatible cameras, including an option to see through the door. It even includes its own PoE switch, which makes wiring simpler. You can control it in many ways through Bluetooth, Z-Wave, key fobs, mobile apps, or access panels. Plus, it can link with other sensors and cameras to give early warnings and help create a coordinated security response. With the Haven Lock app, you can manage access using digital e-keys or key fobs. The lock runs on a main battery and a battery, both of which usually need recharging or replacing about every 3 months. Music. This device works like a smart door blocker for doors that open inward. It uses a small motor, a pressure sensor, and an app for control. When you switch it on, the motor pushes a piece firmly against the floor, bracing the door so it can't be opened. Turn it off, and it pulls back so the door works normally. If someone tries to kick or force the door, the sensor feels the impact and sets off a loud alarm before the door actually opens. It doesn't need tools to install, leaves no marks, and can be removed in seconds. It runs on a 12V battery, comes with a charger, and attaches with Velcro, so it's easy to move or pack for travel. The product is made by a veteran-owned company founded by Kenneth Finney, inspired by FBI statistics on home invasions and real travel safety concerns. It's designed for people who want extra security in homes, hotels, rentals, or schools without changing the door itself. The price is $250. Music. Making realistic snow doesn't always mean using real ice or freezing water. Instead, machines like this one create snow-like flakes using air and a special fluid. These machines spray out foam that looks and floats like snow. It can send this snow effect up to about 20 FT in front of it, and users can adjust how big the flakes are, how fast the fan blows, and when the machine turns on or off. It holds just over 5 gallons of fluid, which gives around an hour and a half of run time. It's made to work in outdoor settings and can handle normal weather conditions. If more reach is needed, the booster can be added. This extra unit helps push the snow effect even farther, up to 50 FT in the right conditions. Another option, called the Snow Force, can spray snow up to 33 FT and is great for medium-sized spaces. All these machines rely on specially designed nozzles that mix the air and fluid in just the right way to get the snow effect looking right. The company uses 3D printing to make these parts so they can keep improving how the machines perform. These machines work best in temperatures between 23 degrees F and 104 degrees F, introducing the Instant Karma machine. It captures the sounds your neighbors make, slamming doors, barking dogs, loud footsteps, and plays them back 3 times through a speaker pressed to the ceiling. The speaker has to be in direct contact with the ceiling, so the sound can travel back into the neighbor's floor. Even though the exact delay time isn't listed, it seems to respond fast enough to make the noise echo feel instant. This setup was created by Brett Houston after trying other ways to deal with ongoing noise issues in an apartment. Rather than confronting the neighbors or filing complaints, this device gives them a chance to hear their own noise reflected back at them. Music, it's not about revenge. It simply mirrors the behavior through sound. Music, there's no added noise, just a replay of what was already happening. It's not revenge, it's a reflection. A way for your neighbors to finally hear themselves exactly as they've always sounded. Music. This one can recognize faces, detect movement, and respond if needed by marking intruders with paintballs. It works through 2 zones. The first detects someone approaching, and the second can activate the marking system. There are 3 models to choose from: Eve, Eve Plus, and Eve Pro. Each one includes different features like pet detection, full circle camera coverage, and the ability to control everything remotely. Every unit comes with 50 biodegradable paintballs, CO2 cartridges, and a stand. For mounting, the face recognition software can tell people, animals, and other objects apart, even in low light. You can upload or remove faces from its memory, which means only the people you approve will be recognized as safe. If the system sees someone it doesn't recognize, and if the paintball feature is turned on, it can mark that person for follow-up. You're always in control, and you can turn the response feature off whenever you want. Once it's set up, the paint cam works on its own. The software also gets regular updates, so the system continues to improve. Getting started is easy. Just power it up, connect it, music, and it starts monitoring your space right away. It's designed for people who want more than just something that can react in real time. This remote-controlled security system uses a paintball-style launcher that fires solid plastic balls or pepper-filled ones. The balls are 0.68 calibers, similar in size to standard paintballs. It can hold up to 200 rounds at a time and can hit a target up to 75 FT away when conditions are good. One of the main models, called the Boomslang 2, can rotate in a full circle and tilt up and down, which helps it cover a wide area. In indoor spaces, one unit can monitor around 21,500 SQ FT. The system doesn't act on its own. A person has to control it either from a mobile phone or a control center. There's a key that must be turned to unlock the system, and then it takes about 4 seconds before it's ready to fire. It can be connected to alarms or cameras, so it fits in with other security setups already in place. It runs on a battery that can keep it going for up to 3 days. In some tests, solar panels can also be added if needed. The device weighs about 40 lb and is usually placed on a tall steel pole, around 20 to 26 FT high, which is secured in concrete. Wires for power, video, and control signals run through the pole. This tool is made to defend properties like homes, farms, or warehouses without putting someone in harm's way. The balls hurt on impact, but aren't meant to cause lasting injury. Furthermore, the unit is housed in steel, making it harder to damage. The makers of Muzo are also on your side. It uses special technology to stop surfaces like windows from vibrating, which helps block out noise from the outside. When it's on, the area around it feels quieter and more controlled. The device also plays realistic background sounds using something called billion sound technology. These sounds help mask noise or create a calming atmosphere, depending on what you need. There are 3 different modes. Serenity mode cancels out surface vibrations to make a space feel more peaceful. Sleep mode plays calming sounds to help you fall asleep more easily and wake up feeling refreshed. Secret mode adds a layer of sound that makes it harder for people nearby to hear your conversations. You can change the volume, pick different soundtracks, music, and switch between modes. When you stick the device to a window, it turns the glass into a speaker, spreading sound evenly through the surface. It doesn't just play one kind of sound, it mixes several together, adjusting based on what's going on around you. The device sticks using a soft material called TPE. It's safe to use, easy to remove, and you can stick it back on many times without losing grip. Music. Inside the TPE, there's a special layer that helps it stay attached without sliding off or leaving anything behind. Prices start at $89. Is there a suspicious drone flying above your property? Then this is perfect product for you. Music. It is designed to stop drones by breaking the signals they rely on to fly. It doesn't damage the drone physically. It blocks its communication and navigation signals, so it can't respond to its controller. Music. The system works on a wide range of frequencies, from around 400 MHz to 6 GHz, which covers most common music, drone. When these signals are jammed, the drone may freeze, return to its takeoff point, or land on the spot. It uses a focused antenna to aim the jamming signal directly at the drone, usually within a 30 degrees angle. Depending on the power output and the surroundings, it can block drones from several hundred feet up to around a mile away. Clear open spaces help improve its range, music, while buildings and trees can reduce its reach. The system runs on rechargeable battery packs, commonly lithium-based, and can operate continuously for about 30 to 90 minutes. The exact time depends on how much power it's using. Music. Do neighbors constantly cut through your lawn or treat it like a dog park? It's time to bring in a guard, and a sprinkler might be the perfect recruit. It uses a motion and heat sensor to spot when a person or an animal comes close. When that happens, it sprays water for about 5 music seconds. The spray can reach up to 35 FT, and you can adjust how far it goes using a small dial on the sprinkler head. Each time it sprays, it uses about 2 to 3 cups of water. The sensor can detect movement from as far as 100 FT away, depending on the weather and surroundings. The unit weighs a little less than 6 lb and runs on 2 AA batteries. You connect it to a regular garden hose, and it comes with a metal stake that holds it in place in the ground. Putting it together is easy. Once it's set up, you just aim the sprinkler in the direction where animals are likely to come from and turn on the water. It's meant to help keep animals like deer, raccoons, rabbits, music, squirrels, and neighborhood pets away from gardens. The idea is that if an animal keeps getting sprayed when it enters a certain spot,